Hello again, friends and loyal Wolfpack members. Chaos Wolf here, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. Now, a bunch of you guys have wanted me to go and take another look at the Anaconda post 2.2. So, we're kind of going to go and do that. What we're going to have a look at is my Anaconda and how I have that currently set up. Because I can't do proper ship reviews unless we're on the beta servers, because I just don't get access to everything and don't get to modify things as easily as I'd like to. Well, this ship I have been using quite extensively as an explorer ship, although not recently. I have actually gone and retrofitted this one for combat. So we'll go and have a look at just what I have fitted into this, and we'll actually even go and have a look at what modifications I've got on this. Now bear in mind, this is all on the live server, this is not beta server shipping. So let's go and have a look what we've got in the outfitting department. So as you can see, I've got quite a few weapons on here. We'll have a look at the hard points first of all. I've got a huge multi-cannon. Now this one is modified. Well, actually all my weapons are modified to one extent or another. We have, if we have a look, high capacity magazine. Now all of the multi-cannons on the ship are all high capacity magazines, just because I wanted to have more time out bounty hunting or fighting until I had to go back and reload. So that's great. Now not all of these have experimental effects on, some of them do, like this one. This one, if we have a look, has the corrosive shells. So it's an experimental round that temporarily weakens the hull hardness and increases all damage taken by the ship we're firing at. Well, sorry, the ship we're firing at, it'll take more damage from everything else we're doing to it, at the cost of reduced ammo capacity, but that's fine because we went and gave it a high capacity magazine, which massively overcompensates for that. So that's great. We've also got increased armor piercing and clip size, so that's nice. So we've got more armor piercing and everything else. We've also got two large pulse lasers. Now these are both modified with an experimental effect, and what this is rapid fire modifications. So the damage per bolt is actually going down, but we've got way more bolts going out. The rate of fire has gone up, the damage per second has gone up, armor piercing's gone up. The only thing that is mainly a big issue is the jitter, but it's not a massive issue at all. But we've basically got Scramble Spectrum, an experimental upgrade that allows hull strikes to potentially trigger random malfunctions on the target. Now this isn't a massive... when I first got this, I was expecting this to work quite handily against NPCs. But I haven't really seen any NPCs that it really does anything against, so this is mainly in case I ever come across a small amount of PvP combat, which is almost never going to happen for me. Coming back, we've also got the same pulse laser on this, that's modified the same way. We've got two medium multi-cannons on the front as well. Now these are modified with expanded ammo capacity as well. And then we've got two turreted beam lasers on the bottom, and these are both modified the same way as well. What we have is a grade 1 long range, and we have regeneration sequence. So basically it's a friend or foe beam modulation upgrade that when it strikes a wingsman shield, the energy is regulated, so regenerating our wingman shields faster. So basically they're my Healy beams. I use these to heal any wingmates that I'm flying around with. So if their shields are a bit low, I will top them off. So it works quite well. And that's the reason I went for the turreted, so I don't even have to pay too close of attention as to where they are. So it's not bad. But that's just all the weapons. If we go into the utility mounts, I have two chaff launchers. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to keep both of these. At the moment they're not bad if I am fairly far away from certain ships, but I might swap them out for something else, I don't quite know yet. I've got two heatsink launchers that I want to go and get modified up with RAM tar to go and get some extra ammo capacity, so we can increase the ammo capacity by 50%, which would be nice. It basically means that with these two heatsink launchers, it will match up quite nicely with all the shield cells that I have in the ship, so I won't need to go and actually waste another utility slot on it. Moving down, I've actually got 3 shield boosters, and these are all modified to the same way. If we go back, you can see that they've actually got kinetic, thermal, and explosive resistance. So these are resistance enhanced modified. And I've got 2 of them that are over, well, the kinetic is over 17% on both of them. One of them is 17.5 on everything. This one's a little bit lower on the other 2. And then this one's 16.2. So we've got basically a massive amount of kinetic, thermal, and explosive resistance just coming off of these shield boosters. So that's great. We've also got a 1D kill warrant scanner. Well, a kill warrant scanner, let's say. And the modification I've got on this one is just lightweight. So it's just reducing the weight of it. Its integrity goes down, but it's not a big issue. And that is all of these. We're going to have a quick look in this one. As you can see, basically what happens is the power draw goes up, the integrity goes a little bit down, but the resistances go way, way up. So that's really, really good. And these are all modified to grade 5. Next, we're going to have a look at the core internals, and as you can see, virtually everything in here is modified, short of the sensors and the fuel tanks. The bulkheads are modified, but I modified these a while ago before I even knew exactly what they did to lightweight alloys. So it's reduced, because I went for lightweight armour thinking I could make the ship jump further when I was going out exploring, but I didn't quite understand what happens. So it's reduced the hull boost, but we get a lot of resistances, so I'm kind of happy to kind of go with that one. So that's fine, it's not a big issue for me. So that's fine, we'll keep that for now. I may eventually modify that later, but we'll see. Because I haven't gone and put any heavier bulkheads on there, because A, I don't want to lose the jump range, and B, I don't have the money for it. As you can see, I'm running around about 34 million at the moment with all the ships that I've currently got. Most of my money is actually tied up in this beauty here. The power plant is modified, but it's only to grade 1. This is a grade 1 overcharged power plant just because I needed just a tiny little bit of extra juice to run everything that's on the ship. I went for this one over all of them because we've actually got a reduction in mass. The power capacity's gone up, the heat efficiency's gone a bit rubbish, and the integrity's gone a bit down, so that's not a big issue. Thrusters, now these I'm quite proud of. We have grade 5 dirty drive tuning, and we have an optimal multiplier of plus 33.8. Now, normally the maximum you can get on these is actually 29. So we've actually gone 5% nearly over the maximum. So I'm actually very, very happy with these. So this gives this ship a lot more maneuverability, a lot more speed, and I'm really quite pleased with that. Next, we've got the frame shift drive. So obviously this is just a standard grade 5 frame shift drive increase. It goes up to 55.9% optimized mass. Now we can get better. I think the best you can get on this is like plus 60 or something, maybe? Maybe a bit more than that, I'm not sure. I do want to go and get some more rolls on this to go and max this out completely. So we'll see how that goes eventually. Life support, this I have modified as well, but that's only to a grade 4, although I think grade 4 is the maximum you can go to. And that's basically just a lightweight modification, so it is 70% lighter, so that gives us some more jump range. Obviously the integrity goes down, but it's not as big of an issue as long as our shields don't really go down. The last bit from here that we're going to have a look at is the power distributor. And this has been modified up to grade 4 just because I cannot, for the life of me, find any flawless focus crystals. I can only find the refined ones, which is what is needed for grade 4. I can't find the flawless for grade 5. So eventually I'll find them. But this is charge enhanced power distributor, so this is fairly good actually. We've lost about 10% on each of the capacities for the capacitors. So the maximum amount of capacity you can fit in each capacitor is reduced by 10%. But they recharge between 24 and 27% faster. So that is a lot better. In fact, I actually do prefer it this way around. I don't notice the loss of capacity when it recharges so much faster. Now we're going to go have a quick look at the optional internals. Now first of all, I have, yes, I have bi-weave shields on this ship. And they are modified, so let's go and have a look at just what I've done to them. What I've done is I'm going to put a grade 5 thermal resistant shielding. So it's reduced the kinetic resistance by about 15.5%, but my thermal resistance, just look at that. it has a 35% increase. Well, actually, technically, it has actually a 55.5% increase to its regeneration rate. So that is mind-bogglingly awesome. So that's great. So thermal resistance, that is great. Broken regen rate is even gone up as well because we got very lucky with a secondary modifier. So our shields actually go and regen slightly faster. Now that is offset slightly by the three A-rated shield boosters we have on the ship, which even so have all the extra resistances on there. So overall, our shields are fairly low megajoulage, but they are very, very high on resistances. So these shields are very, very strong. You'll see that in a bit when we go for a combat demonstration. Next, I do have 2 shield cell banks. Now these are modified. Now these are modified for rapid charge, so they spin up faster, and they do a little bit more per shield cell. The issue is that their duration has gone down, because it's gone down by 2 seconds. So I'm not sure exactly how this works. So I'm going to go and give it a test, see how it goes, see if I like it. If I don't like it, I'm just going to go and remove the modifications off of them. This one's modified up to grade 3. The other ones are only modified up to grade 1 because I basically mucked up when I was doing my rolls and I forgot to actually go and apply one to the second one. So the last roll that I did was absolutely awful and didn't want to keep it. Now, we've basically gone and got a selection of... We've got a 6A fuel scoop because I want to get around from place to place and I refuse to have anything smaller than a 6A fuel scoop. We've also got a cargo rack for 32 tons of cargo here. A economy class passenger cabin. The reason I've got these two is because I want to do a little bit of missions every now and then just to get the extra materials that I may need for more modifications. If I didn't need them, I'd probably put something else in there, I'm not quite sure. But this is virtually my multi-role ship at the moment. But obviously mainly geared towards combat. I've got a 5D fighter bay, so I do have a Taipan in there. And this Taipan has the plasma repeaters. So that's quite nice. I don't fly this one myself. I actually use this with my NPC because I have too much fun flying my own ship. I like to use this as extra damage and a distraction if need be. Next, I also have a 4G planetary vehicle hangar, so we've got our 2 SRVs in case we want to go down onto planets and find materials, again, for engineers or maybe even for synthesis, or even if we just want to go and drive around and get some fun, just to have some fun on planetary surfaces. As you can see then, I've got 2 class 4 cargo racks as well, just to up our cargo capacity, because we've currently got 64 tons of cargo. I've also got a 2A frameshift drive interdictor. I could swap this around for one of the 4s, but I'm not too fussed. And then the planetary approach suite. So that's pretty much everything on my ship that we want to have a look at. The only other things that I've got, as we can see, is I've got the red squadron paint pack, all my Wolves of Jonai decals. As you can see, these are looking a little bit worn because my paint is actually coming off a bit because I want to just see how good this can get once the paint goes to 0%. I've got my little Christmas tree, I've got my Viper, and my little bubble head there, so that's quite nice. And I've even got the green weapon colours on this ship. So this is going to be nice. So basically that's it for this ship. I do have some things on my fighter, we're going to have a look at that as well. Here we go, we have my little Taipan fighter. It's got the Military Earth Red paint scheme. It's got the green laser colours as well, but this is actually going to have the plasma repeaters. It's got the Gamescom decal on the back, so it's got a target, which is, in my mind, it's a hit me if you can, I'm a distraction. And 2 Wolves of Jonai decals there and there, so that's quite nice as well. And I've even got stuff on my SRVs. I've got the Military Earth Red again on this one, but on these ones I do actually have the blue lasers. So that's kind of interesting. I just wanted them to look different. So anyway, that's enough of me waffling about the ship in the garage. Let's actually go and have a look at it out in combat. Right, we've just dropped into the resource extraction site. So what I'm going to do is go and deploy my Taipan with my expert pilot. And what we've spotted, it seems, is our first target. So let's see. Yes, this guy is wanted. He's in a wing of 3, but he's only in a wing with some eagles. Okay. So, let's go and take these guys out. We'll go and take out the eagles first. And what you'll notice is I've only got 1 pip into my shields. And yet, my shields are holding up quite nicely. Right, okay, so now we want the... There we go. We want the second eagle now. We want to go and get rid of this one, so that we can focus on the main ship. Now, in case you're wondering, Healy beams do actually work on your own fighter. It's just your fighter will say, watch out, you're shooting at me, I'm not the enemy. So what I'm going to do now is I am actually going to go and focus on the power plant. So we should be getting his shields down fairly quickly. I'm going to pop some chaff. I probably don't really need it. Whoa, come on. Let's get his shields down. There we go. So now we can go on, carry on with the multi-cannons. The corrosive shells are going to be doing the job. And just look at how fast that thing goes down. Wow. Just look at how quick that thing died. I'll have a quick look over, see if there's anything else I could probably need. Because I do need some more refined focus crystals. I don't think I'm going to find any, though. No, we don't have anything I want. So we do have some more ships, though. And throughout that entire thing, I didn't use a single shield cell bank because I didn't need it. There we go. We've got another wanted ship. And one of the reasons I like my little Healy beams is because I can constantly keep them targeted on a ship that I want to go and take out. Just look at that. Because of all the resistances that we have, I don't have any issues with railguns or anything. Railguns do nothing to my shields. And just look at the poor little sod. Oh, poor you. Another Cobra. God, these guys just do not learn, do they? I've even got it attached on my HOTAS to go and tell my my fighters to actually go and target specific things that I'm looking at, to focus them, so I can get them to take on the little ones that I potentially just up my rear and I can't go and deal with myself. Now this is only a Cobra Mark IV, so I'm not overly worried about this. Yep, and there we go. There's my fighter just taking out the last bit. So that was nice. Okay, we've got a Deadly Asp Explorer. So let's go see if they're wanted. I suspect they are, actually. No, they're not. They're clean. So who are they fighting? They're fighting an eagle. You know what? I'm just going to send my fighter over to attack it.
Paint the target, Commander. I'm moving in for attack.
I'll just watch my fighter go and do everything it needs to do. I'm not doing anything. I'm just watching this. And my fighter is just dogging it on its heels. All I may occasionally do is just target my fighter and shoot my Healy beams at it. And look, it's dead. It crashed. That's awesome. So let's just take this guy out. He really doesn't stand a chance, does he? And there he goes. Oh, that's just so spectacular. But at the moment, we don't seem to have anything else in the area that's really kind of interesting to look at. We've got another Cobra Mark IV, but I don't suspect that this is... Well, it may be. But what I want to find is I want to find something a bit more dangerous. So let's go and have a look for that. And as we're having a look around for something, as we can see, my maximum boost speed in this Anaconda is 357, 358-ish? Yep, 358. 358 meters per second in an Anaconda. Now these ships are strong, but they're not supposed to be this quick. And what else have we got? There we go, we've got an Imperial Clipper and a Python, what looks to potentially be in a wing. And if that's the case, this is going to be nice. Where is it? There's the Clipper. Now, it doesn't seem like they're in a wing, but either way, we're going to go and take them out. So, we want power plant targeted. There we go. Now, we'll see if the other one actually targets us or not. And again, as you can see, I've only got one pip into systems. And I could go and extend the life of my shields if I wanted. Oops. Probably would have been a good idea there. Because the only real issue with my shields as they are is impact damage. Everything else, there isn't really a problem. And we kill things so quickly. There we go, look. Let's actually go and pop a shield cell. That was mainly because I went and crashed into the asteroid. And that one shield cell brings my shields back up to full from one ring. So that's the benefit of having bi-weave shields over standard shields or even prismatics. Did I actually go and do that? Was that me? I don't think that was me. I think that was just the pilot being an idiot. Well, let's get up and over so we can get our guns to bear on this guy. Now, I don't want to be going backwards too quickly. So we've got two ships which are showing up as red now. So what's the other one? The other one is the Cobra. Okay. It is another wanted ship, so I'm not overly worried. We'll pop out some chaff just for the sake of it. I'll wait for his to subside. Which should... There we go. Should be any second now. There we go. And there we go. He's gone as well. Anything else? Oh, we've got an elite here. Is this guy wanted? I hope so. He is wanted. So let's boost up, try and reacquire the target. And we'll take this guy out. So quick flight assist offing. There we go. Now you be careful, because it's actually better now that we're flying way above the planetary rings. So let's get a turn on him, get our main guns turned towards him, and there we go. That's an elite Diamondback Explorer gone.
Tango is down.
So we got something else firing. What have we got here? Federal assault ship. Is this guy wanted? I'm curious. Yes. But he's from the Wolves of Jonah. He's technically from our faction. So he's fighting Mist Wolf, who's also wanted. So, yeah, okay. We'll fire on this guy, because that guy's going to go down really quickly. Not as quick as I'd like, because he's a bit further away. And let's go against this guy. Yeah, he may be one of ours, but he's wanted. Let's try for a ram. Ah, no, we missed. So either way, it's not a big issue. We're getting hit by plasmas, and railguns, but it's not doing anything to our shields really, even with only 1 pip into them. The main issue I'm having currently is trying to keep my weapons trained on him, whilst trying to keep them up to full power. So we want power plants, that's what we want. Alright, fine, I can throw chaff out as well. So now we're in a good range. Just let loose with our corrosive shells, and there he's gone. That was nice. So guys, this was a look at my Anaconda and how I have it set up on the live server currently. Now this is an absolutely amazing ship and I love it ever so much. I do eventually want to go and upgrade to a Corvette as soon as I get the ability to do so. I've got the rank, I just don't have the credits to go and actually outfit one. So it's going to be a bit of a slog doing that. But one of the great things I've found is that the Anaconda and the Corvette both share the same core internal spaces and basically the same core internal slots and sizes. So I can just transfer everything from my Anaconda over. So that is going to be very, very nice just to see how insanely maneuverable that thing can get. Because when I did that on my modified video, I went and used clean drive tuning and I didn't realise just what that entailed, and that actually just ended up drifting so much. I'm just really curious to see what it will go and end up being. But anyway, as of now, I really, really enjoy my Anaconda, especially since it's been modified to such an extent. And with the added utility of having a fighter ship in as well. I mean, I could leave this ship to my AI pilot, although I don't trust him with it at all. But anyway, guys, what do you think of this Anaconda? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll do my level best to get back to as many of you as I can. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. Like it if you've liked it, dislike it if you didn't. And don't forget, you can always subscribe for more content just like this, or you can check out any of the videos up on screen now. But I've been Commander Chaos Wolf, you guys have been epic, I will see you soon. And until next time, my fellow commanders, keep flying and stay shiny.